Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin Giesland. I'm not a tax, credit, or financial expert. I'm a real estate investor who loves talking about rental properties and different possibilities and ways to make money with that. So, having said that, first thing first, Hawaiian shirt. It's now above 70 degrees. This is almost the only thing I wear every single day. So, fair warning there. However, a relative and I both own several properties, and the four keys to your payment honestly are all extremely ugly. Prices are higher, interest rates are higher, home insurance has gone up, property taxes. Now, these two items are the two that most folks don't even think about or mention. Um, Across the board, I think just about every one of my homes has increased about 600 to 800 in home insurance. So that's $50 or more a month cash flow that I'm not getting now that I was before. So essentially, we're looking at it this way. What options do we have? If we can't really buy more because they're not cash flowing, is it possible to use what we already have and make more money off that? I've got a list here that shows a few different properties. It shows potential upgrades, how much those upgrades would cost, and the amount of raised rent. So this first one here, Amherst 1. This is the very first property I bought. I had tenants there for 5.5 years. This was a slam dunk. I gave them a discount on rent. They stayed forever. It was a win-win situation. That's awesome. Having said that, the flooring was pretty outdated. I'm not saying that I could necessarily do anything crazy with rent. However, the new flooring would attract more folks. And I was able, this one I've actually already done. I put in new flooring and I was able to get, I went from, I believe it was between 11 and 1300 a month is what I was getting. Now I'm getting 1500 a month. So extra 2500, 3500 bucks. I was able to increase rent the 300 to 400 that I was wanting. So that one worked out very, very well. A couple of other ones here. This relative that owns rentals as well as myself, we found a lot of success with adding in a fourth bedroom. We are in a college town. Four college kids will pay a lot more than three college kids and or a family would. So this particular home, it cost me about 4 grand if I want to close off the second living room and turn it into a fourth bedroom, and that should give me an extra 400 to 600 a month. Now there could be a drawback though, and honestly, this particular home, two of the three bedrooms are kind of small. Really, the only super attractive thing about the house is two huge living rooms next door to each other. If you take one of those away with the fourth bedroom, that is something to consider. Is it going to be that much more unattractive to other individuals? So thinking about that there. Another house of mine, it had an enclosed garage and it also has a second living room. The enclosed garage actually has a place that I can make it a fourth bedroom, and because of where the washer and dryer are hooked up at, I could actually also add in a bathroom there that would, I'm not exactly sure how much that would cost me. I think I'm guesstimating, uh, sorry, lost my place there. Fourth bedroom plus a bathroom, probably about 15,000. So if that cost me about 15 grand, but I'm able to raise rent by 500, short term, obviously I'm going to be losing money. That's going to take me 2.5, 3 years to pay myself back. But long term, I'll be able to rent it out for a pretty penny. So just something to consider. Another one here, the bathroom. So this is a really cool house. I actually like this house. I just got it rented. It's rented for 1,200 a month. It's could be a 4 bedroom with 1.5 bath. Okay, it's got a lot of space, big backyard. It does have room. I can add in a bathroom to one of the huge bedroom. If I had in a bathroom there, that'd cost me roughly 15,000. But now it's a 4 bed, 2.5 bath that I can rent to four college kids instead of a family. I could probably increase rent by 600 to 800. That one to me, honestly, is a no-brainer. That's going to happen. The folks, literally, I gave them the keys today. They are set to move out in February. If they end up staying another year, I might do that just just another year, just have them in there, and house pays for itself and whatever else, which a video I'm probably going to put out in the next couple weeks as far as headaches and does it make sense to just keep someone there for the time being and stuff like that. So the back house, so this guy, I purchased this home. The back house, this guy has already been there for 10 years. It's in pretty rough shape, but honestly, I'm assuming he probably smokes. And like this is, when I bought this property, I knew the back house is a disaster. Okay, it's in really, really bad shape. When that guy moves in the future, I'm gonna have to completely remodel it. And I may not be able to get any more in rent than I'm already getting. I might go get up 250. That one's not necessarily from a I want more money, but a necessity. When that guy moves, I am going to have to do something there. Next one, this house on Bangor, same thing. It's got a converted garage. It's got some space to it. I could add in a fourth bedroom, possibly a third bathroom, and I could increase rent. Honestly, for me at this time, it's kind of a cash flow thing. I want a certain number in my business bank account. And so as long as I don't have that number, I'm not necessarily too inclined to throw, in this case, 16,000 to raise rent. Now, again, long term, it makes all the sense in the world. Short term, this one might not be it, just because that's increasing it by quite a bit. This last one here, this is something I wanted to bring up. And fair warning, I want to be completely transparent. I have not gone through a permit process or anything like that, so I'm not sure how crazy that might be with the city that you live in. However, this property has a front house, has a back house, has a detached 2-car garage, okay? And it also has a side lot. This is the only home I've ever purchased where numbers did not make sense, okay? Right now, I'm breaking even at best. Honestly, after a few random repairs, I'm probably losing money on this property. But what I wanted was the future. What I was looking for is, what is the possibilities? What is the potential this guy has? So the reason I purchased it, well, first off, I did have a special investor that was able to do 10% down. This is the only property I've ever bought, investment property I've ever bought with just 10%. So that was a benefit. However, the real reason that I bought it was the potential. If I could transform this detached 2-car garage into another efficiency, the other efficiency is getting 500 a month, and it's on a 3-year lease. And honestly, I had some issues with mini splits right before they moved in. They were going to be paying, like, I think it was 600 a month. We ended up having to do window units. I worked it out with them. This isn't what we agreed on. So if you're okay to discount rent, then we'll have window units and discounted rent, and we're both on board with that. All that to say, if you make it look good, new flooring, obviously the bathrooms, everything's going to be new. This 2-car garage is honestly a wreck. It's probably going to take more than I thought it was to fix it up. Having said that, the slab is already there, and I do have someone in place that is able and willing to do that. So probably give or take about 35,000, and I could get 5 to 750 for that particular uh, property. So again, when numbers are tight, I'm not saying that a house can't work. There are deals out there somewhere. They're just very, very few and far between. All that to say, if you already own properties, I would highly encourage you to look at the property and see, is there something I could do that's going to increase rent, increase the value? Increasing the value of the house honestly doesn't really help you unless you're refining or selling. Um, it really doesn't matter how much equity I have day in and day out if I'm not refining or selling. So that part doesn't necessarily matter. However, if you're able to do something like that's on the spreadsheet here, um, as far as some potential upgrades in order to charge more in rent, I'd highly encourage that. I think one of the first videos I ever had, I did mention in most of my properties, I do put new flooring and new paint. Now, flooring, if you're like me, you're awful with your hands and you can't really do a good job. So that might not be an option. But paint, I love painting because if you mess up, it's really easy to fix. So painting isn't necessarily something that would increase rent, but it could make the house that much more attractive in order to get it rented out quicker. At any rate, if it's really difficult to find a property right now and you're thinking it's just not going to happen, I just say keep looking. There are deals out there somewhere. They do pop up, but when they do pop up, they're gone super, super quick. As a backup plan, in the meantime, if you already have properties, I'd encourage you to look at the property and just check to see, is there different things I can do here to increase my own rent for the time being. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, by all means, comment here. If you'd like to get in touch with me, again, just shoot me a comment and we can get everything set up. But appreciate it so much. Y'all take care. Thanks a lot.